My favorite thing is cheese, especially can't even talk today. Especially cheesecake. That black girl, when she brought up cheesecake, like she was smiling, like she was lit up, like I knew like there was something special. Listen, man, wherever this cheesecake is coming from, if it's homemade, made in house, whatever, but the Happy's Pizza on Schaefer in the hood, they got a bunch of sweets in there, banana pudding, all that shit. They got cheesecake and banana pudding. That's mostly what they have. They're $3.99 a piece, a slice, alright? I gave her $4. She gave me 2 slices. I asked her for just a regular slice of cheesecake. She gave me that one and this one. I had to try the Oreo one. Listen, I love cheesecake, and every time when I get cheesecake, it's always too sweet. That's the problem. It's too rich, and I hate it. I do not like rich cheesecake. It ruins it. I like the more like if you use Philadelphia cream cheese, like the more sour cream type cheesecake, it's got to have that little tart to it a little bit, but sweet at the same time. That's what this is. This is a real cheesecake, and it's thick. It's not like that tall cheesecake where it's like light and stuff. It's got that heavy, like thickness cream to it. It's how a cheesecake is supposed to taste like. And they have it, not only do they have it dialed in, it actually has a unique taste to it that I haven't actually tasted before. Um, I like the word impressed because I am impressed with this. Um, she lit up when I asked her like the banana pudding's out. I really want a banana pudding, but is it like usually pizza places have sweets, but sometimes they're always too rich. Every pizza place it's always rich, always really shitty desserts or just like a quick dessert, just to make money off of it. This, on the other hand, this is actually worth going out of your way for just to get this, just to go there for this. Especially since the cheesecake, it's only $4 a slice instead of $10 at the Cottage Inn for that fucking devil, that boss cake. That shit is so overpriced. It's ridiculous. It's $8.99. All right, they charge $10 for a customer, and it's $7.99 for our price. That's ridiculous. And the cake is shit. It's it's not real cake. It's that factory fucking line shit. Don't always believe what you see on the label, let me tell you. Also, this loco, man, the best brand. It's the best brand wax I've ever had, I'm telling you. I love quality stuff. I always spend quality stuff. If you've been watching my show, you've been watching Life Stories Perspectives, if you've subscribed before, not recently, depending on what video you watch, but you'll know that I'm high class in a sense. This G13X is some really, really good shit, man, for the price. For $30, it's affordable. Um, Even if you don't make a lot of money. It has CBD in it. That's the main thing. Is always trying to find stuff with CBD is hard. It really is. It has 0.08 CBD, which isn't very much compared to some of the other ones, but it is higher. It is a higher dose, and then 61.60 is the THC level or percentage, you would say. So I'll show you guys the actual, which I mentioned it was thicker. It is. It's a lot thicker. It's not runny at all, which I prefer the thicker stuff. But sometimes the runnier stuff, like that Grape God, that Mandarin X Grape God, is runny, but it's like a 70% THC, and it's got a higher CBD level too. So, there's probably a reason why it's runny like that for that plant or whatever they did to extract it. I'm sure that's the reason. But this stuff, it's a lot thicker depending too on the temperature outside. It's cooler outside, so it's even thicker. With that grape guide, if you can refrigerate it and smoke it in house, that's probably your best bet. Traveling with it and stuff, that's gonna be a problem. And this is also why I'm kind of exploring different extracts. Because on the boat, I'm gonna be going out 3 months at a time on the sailboat to do these ventures. Chasing these storms and sending equipment into the wind and whatnot. And I'm gonna be battered up, man. I'm gonna be cold. I'm gonna be miserable a lot. It's gonna be gloomy and stuff because I'm chasing storms, and I'm only gonna be able to handle this a couple months at a time. It's gonna take a lot out of me. But the extracts, I gotta have something, and extracts are gonna be my best bet as far as like going on the boat, bud. The moisture in the air, the salt in the air, it's gonna, unless I vacuum seal the stuff, it's not gonna be very efficient, nor is it gonna last long. And it's gonna taste like it's gonna smell or taste and become moldy. You understand what I'm trying to say? So therefore, the concentrates is gonna be my next best bet. I can keep it in a closed container. I can keep it in a clean source. In a clean area, and I can enjoy my medication. Pain relief, and help me with my creativity and my study and stuff. Um, among many other things, it helps with my spiritualness. It helps with my yoga, my meditations, because it takes the pain away. I'm able to flex more. I'm able to concentrate more. My mind doesn't race so much as it helps quiet my mind. Believe it or not, depending on the strand. Some strands makes my mind race even more. Um, So when I find a certain brand or a certain strand that I like, I tend to stick to it, um, especially if I really enjoy it. And that's another thing about marijuana that you can't do with other drugs. You can't, you really don't have no control of what you're getting in a sense because one, it's illegal. Two, you don't know what's in it unless you test it. Most of the time, people don't have the money to test it. You're gonna go spend the money on a tester when all you have, you just have enough money to get whatever you're getting. People don't think it's not gonna happen like that. So you gotta marijuana. You're able to go in there and you're able to, because it's legal now too. You're able to say, okay, I like this and I don't like this. You're able to experiment more and see what works for you. And you have access to a lot more um relief in a sense, especially people that have, really, really bad medical complications, like seizures and whatnot. They can't even drive, let alone have an enjoyable life and be able to eat. And you know what I mean? It's insane how much marijuana can really, really um, make someone's life actually enjoyable, bearable. That's why I don't understand why they haven't legalized it fully yet. You have all these people that are stuck in all these depression medications pumping out by the government that are fucking them up. It's making them obese. It's fucking their immune system up. It's messing with their head. It's rearranging circuits and different, pathways and neurological pathways in their mind. You think this shit ain't gonna affect them later down the road, make them evil or whatnot? Fuck yes, it does. In Greek translation in the Bible, the evil is pharmacopoeia. It's literally translated to evil. This is not pharmacopoeia in a sense because it's marijuana until they start adding things to it. Where adding flavor is one thing, but when you start adding different chemicals that alter the brain in a sense, or your consciousness, that's different. But this is natural. Same with cocaine. Same with opium. Coquina and opium. The plant's natural. It's when we start modifying these things, and then we start adding things to them, like different chemicals to stretch it. Step on it, cut it, whatever, acetylate it, whatever you consider, I guess. If we legalize drugs, it would eliminate all those things because we would be able to put them on the shelf. We'd be able to label them. We'd be able to put them in a closed source. And there wouldn't be all this as much criminal behavior, nor would it be so lucrative. until we move all these politicians out of the office that are old and stuck in their ways that are getting paid off, which they know they're getting paid off, us younger group, until we get in there and do the things the right way and lobby and, think smart and outsmart these stupid ass fucking retards that are up above us that are suppressing us and, suppressing our people, God's children. Um, we need to do something. We need to speak up. The internet is a great tool to do so. We can be discreet about it. It can be, we can make it private. We can meet on the internet continually and have discussions about what it is we think we need to discuss. Because a lot of this bullshit's got to stop, man. That's going on, and it can be stopped in a way that isn't violent, nor is it unethical. So, it just needs to be thought out and planned and routinely executed.